Hello again and welcome to another Mordian Glory Old World video. In today's episode, I want to take you through step by step my 2000 point tournament Beastmen army. This is my first competitive Beastmen army list and I am very excited for it. We have got big monsters, little monsters and everything in between. This list is based on all of the times that I got completely and utterly wrecked by Beastmen at tournaments, and I'm hoping now it is my turn to unleash the fury of chaos upon my opponents. And so without further ado, let's Primal Fury our way right into today's episode. Good news everyone! Bolt Action 3rd edition is just around the corner. And the best way that you can prepare for this new and exciting edition of one of my favourite games of all time is by getting yourself some new Bolt Action miniatures. But where can you get these models? Well, don't worry, I've got you covered. There's an affiliate link down in the description below that'll take you straight to the Warlord Games website and you can get your World War II miniature fix right from the source. By using the affiliate link down in the description below, not only will you be getting some awesome models, but you will also be supporting the channel. A massive thank you to Warlord Games for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back into the action. As is tradition for any old world army, let us start with the head of the snake with the characters. The general of the Bray herd is going to be our Beast Lord. That's right, we are bringing out the big guns with this army list. No war gauls for us, we are going right to the top of the totem pole, or should I say the herdstone. Now we have decked out our Beast Lord with lots of magical items and chaos mutations. He is equipped with heavy armor, and his main weapon, his primary way of slicing and dicing is the Mangelder. Oh yeah, when I saw that weapon I had to get it. It's the Mangelder, baby. This magical item gives him +1 strength and it's -1 AP, and he causes terror, and if he does any unsafe wounds to the enemy, that unit suffers -1 leadership. So it's a great way of getting him to start doing lots of damage. He's blending left, right and centre. And then when the enemy has to take their leadership test, it's just that little bit harder. Defensively, I have given him the Pelt of the Dark Young. Now combining that with his heavy armour, he is going to have a 4+ save. But on top of that, any unit that he joins and him himself has magic resistance -2. So that means that any spells that try and come in here and mess up his unit, try and do some magical missile damage or slow them down in some form or other, are going to be just that bit harder to get off. Magic resistance is one of my favourite rules in Old World. It catches a lot of people out, and between that and having a level 4 in this list, we are going to have some actually pretty good magic defense. Finally, I have given him Slugskin, which has cost all 50 of my Chaos Mutation points. Slugskin is, in my humble opinion, broken. Anytime that I've encountered it and tried to fight it with my Empire, my Dwarves, with any of my other old armies, I just have not been able to beat it. It gives the character and the unit he joins a -1 to hit modifier in combat. That is such a big deal. When this guy gets into challenges, it often means that the opponent is hitting him on 5s, whereas he gets to hit them on 4s. It just adds such a durability boost to an army which is meant to be a glass cannon. Overall, this Beast Lord has got it all. Defensive stats, offensive stats, he can slice and dice, and he's also tough as hell to take down. Moving on to the second character, we have got our Battle Standard Bearer. This is a Wargore, and he is second in command of this herd. In order to try and keep my Battle Standard Bearer alive, I have equipped him with heavy armor and the Talisman of Protection, giving him a 5+, 5+. And for his magical banner, we have gone for the Vitriolic Totem, meaning that the unit carrying this standard has poisoned attacks. That's going to be very helpful for the unit of Gauls that he is leading, which we'll get into later on in the army list. Thanks to the Wargore and the BSB, this army is going to have a pretty good leadership with that full reroll bubble nearby him, and the fact that we'll be able to combine this with our Warband special rule, giving us a nice high leadership, meaning that normally an army that struggles with morale should be sticking around that little bit longer. Our last character is the level 4 Great Bray Shaman. We have gone for Elementalism, we have gone for the Ruby Ring of Ruin, and we have gone for the Hag Tree Fetish. This guy is going to be slinging out magic missiles left, right, and centre. Of course, we're going to go for Viletide. I have been Viletided many times. The bees have been unleashed upon me, and now it is my turn to start killing everything with lots and lots of evil magic missiles and dark spells. Very, very excited to have a shaman who's not just going to be a defensive guy, obviously having a level 4 helps me dispel stuff, but actually having a wizard who is good at doing offensive magic. A nice change of pace from when I normally run my Empire wizard with Elementalism who focuses on things like Earthen Ramparts. Now, of course, all of these characters are going to need some units to help protect them. For the Shaman, we've got a unit of 10 Ungors. These guys have just got short bows. The Shaman won't be joining the unit of Ungors. He's just going to be hanging around near them, and that way they will be able to protect him and help him be a lone character. If he joins that unit, of course, they are at risk of being targeted and everyone running away and getting very upset. By just being near them, it makes it much less likely that this guy is going to be targeted and picked up. So they are literally just 10 screening bodies for him, and they are going to be used as skirmishers as well. For our BSB, we've got a unit of 19 Gores. These are going to be deployed in a 5x4 formation to make sure we get some decent leadership bonus from Warband. And also, they are all going to be equipped with 2 hand weapons. The reason we go for 2 hand weapons is because there's no point in taking shields and having a 6-up save. That's not going to be anything. Go for the 2 hand weapons, do as many attacks as possible, and if we do go blood crazed with Primal Fury and all that good stuff, we are going to be putting out a lot of attacks from these guys. Absolutely no save whatsoever, but between the volume of attacks and the poisoned, they should be pretty decent. Little side note here, I know that these guys are equipped with hand weapon and shield. Don't worry, I've had it approved by the TO that I'm okay to run them as a double hand weapon in the tournament that I'm going to, as long as I make it clear to every single one of my opponents at the beginning of the game. And also, I know that this army is on round bases. Again, it has been approved by the TO, and again, I just have to make sure that I am taking into account the bases and that I'm never playing it to my advantage. But moving back onto the units themselves, we have got a unit of 19 Bestigor with full command. We've got a War Banner in here as well as the magical standard upgrade and all of the great weapons and that good stuff. The Beast Lord leading Slugskin Bestigor is one of the filthiest and most powerful combos that I have come across when fighting against Beastmen. I'm very much looking forward to being the one being able to unleash it onto people. Yeah, sure, you strike last with those great weapons, but when the enemy can't hit you thanks to the Slugskin, it often doesn't matter. But no Beastman army would be complete without some proper big beasties, and we have got 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogre Shaggoths. These have all been upgraded with the heavy armor. They have all got great weapons, and they have got their sergeants as well, their squad leaders. Dragon Ogres are one of the best units in the game right now. I am very fortunate to have so many of them. There are going to be a lot of Chaos players that get very jealous when I tell them in my collection in total, I have 9 Dragon Ogres, but we're only using 6 of them today. Premier Shock Monstrous Cavalry of the game. Having 6 of them is going to allow me to hit hard, hit fast, break through the flanks, and start doing some bad things to my opponents. I am planning on using these guys on the one squad on the left, 1 squad on the right flank, and to use them to try and start breaking through those flanks and running amok behind whilst my opponent is dealing with my big blocks of infantry. And last but not least, we have got the big boys. We have got a Gorgon with all of the good Gorgony goodness that it does, the Mega Frenzy that it gets, and of course its many attacks, its stomps, its regen. We love it. You know it, you love it. It is the Gorgon. A staple of pretty much any competitive Beastman list these days. just having a big monster in there is just a great way of drawing fire, so your other stuff can get to the enemy front lines, and if the enemy doesn't have a way of dealing with it at range, it's going to start running amok. And then we have got absolutely the worst unit, not only in my army, but possibly in the entire Beastmen's roster, a Cygor. Yeah, I know I said this was a competitive list. I know I said I was running things that people have run against me, but look at it, it's so cool. It's got a giant Hearthstone. This is the one sort of allowance I have made for running a cool model in the army. I really wanted to try a Cygor out. I love them in Total War when they're throwing the big boulders around and everything. Yes, I have looked at the stat lines. Yes, I have looked at the unit. Yes, it is absolutely awful. Yes, I definitely should have found 30 points somewhere and upgraded him to a second Gorgon. Yes, I will be doing that next time I go to a tournament. But I thought, you know what? Let's just run the Cygor as a Cygor and let's just let him have a bit of a run out and have a bit of a play, because at the end of the day, it's all just a bit of fun and games. And it would be a shame not to at least try the model out before obviously using it as a Gorgon going forward. So the Cygor is 30 points cheaper than a Gorgon, and it is worse in pretty much every single way. But hey, at least I get to try out the Stone Thrower rules, and at least I get to have a little bit of ranged in this army. Who knows, maybe it will actually do something. And that just about covers it. We've got 2 big bricks of infantry. We have got a small unit of skirmishers. We've got a couple of units of shock cavalry. And we've got a couple of big lads to look intimidating and maybe do a bit of damage as well. Overall, I am very, very hyped up for running my Beastmen army. I hope that these guys perform well. I hope that they do well. I've never used them before. I've not had a chance to have a practice game with them before. So there's a real chance that I have made some serious balls ups in my choices here. But I have tried to apply what I have learned as someone who has faced off against Beastmen probably about 3 or 4 times now at the tournament scene. So I'm hoping that I have learned my lessons well and that I will be able to do the Dark Gods proud. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Are you excited to see the Beastmen go to their first tournament? How do you think they are going to do? And do you have any recommendations for future army lists? Be that units you think I need to try out, units I need to get for the collection, or specific loadouts for like characters and cool combos. Let me know your inner secrets, your dark secrets, Beastmen players. And if I can, I will try them out and take them to future tournaments. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that like button and also subscribe to never miss an episode. Would you like to know more? If so, then please consider becoming a channel member or patron. By supporting the channel, not only will you be doing your part, but you'll also be helping me create more content for your viewing pleasure and unlocking a whole host of perks. You get everything from a badge next to your name, custom emojis, but the big one is access to the Mordian Glory Discord server, an online community with almost 2,500 active members. It's always popping off in the MG Discord. We've got channels for army lists, hobbying, tactics, stories, and even a pretty spicy meme section as well. For all you greenhorns that wanted to see the Mordian glory hole, today is your lucky day. And joking aside, I do want to say a massive thank you to all of the current channel members and patrons. You guys are amazing, truly the lifeblood of the channel. I could not do Mordian Glory full-time without the incredible and generous support of my members, so thank you guys so much. And last but certainly not least, I want to say a personal thank you to all of my top tier Patreons. These are the War Masters, the people who have truly gone above and beyond the call of duty. So a heartfelt thank you to Alex Dengal, Bonbon Vert, Lord Pryor, Mark Panconi, RJ Scorpion, Swordfish Trombone, Try Again Bragg, John Stubbs, Nick Walsh, Diesel Fox, and August Barney. Seriously guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support is incredible and it makes a huge difference. Thank you so much. That's all for now. Hope you've all enjoyed today's video, and of course, as always, see you guys next time.